I'm not much for sharing my personal life on videos or social media, but I've told this story many times over the past couple of weeks, and I've had the same reaction from everybody, so I didn't want to miss the chance of sharing it with you. On New Year's Eve, 1999, our family, my big family, 6 children, grandchildren, and my mother and her wonderful husband Anthony, all gathered in Baltimore at my sister's home for a millennium party to celebrate the turning of the century. And we all dressed up in costumes of people we admired or who we thought were curious or interesting people. So we had a German prince and Princess Diana and who else did we have? Oh, I know, we had Paul McCartney because my brother-in-law John looks just like Paul McCartney. You get the drill. I was Mary Cassatt, the painter who I adore, and my husband was Gutenberg. I said, Henry, no one's going to remember who Gutenberg is. He said, yes, they will. He invented the printing press. How'd you do? Anyway, we took Polaroid pictures of everybody in their costumes and we put it in a big plastic bucket from Home Depot. And we added all kinds of other memorabilia to the bucket and we called it the time capsule. We put the lid on and put a big sign, open in 2020. And we thought, oh, 2020, that's forever. And now it's 2020. So this past Thanksgiving, we all gathered back in Baltimore and after dinner, we opened the time capsule. And you would not believe what was in here. Here's some samples. A headshot of Tracy Bagley when I was a news reporter at WBAL. 100 years of innovation from Businessweek magazine. Think about all the innovation since then. And we had predictions. Prediction of a gallon of gas, a gallon of milk. My brother-in-law predicted his weight. Not far off. Good job, Tommy Mac. And then we had an old, clunky laptop with the power cord, and when we plugged it in, the only thing you could see on the screen was escape. And then we had one of those brick cell phones with an antenna to it. And we also had a Millennium beer, a Budweiser beer, to celebrate the turn of the century. But perhaps the most important piece of memorabilia we had in the time capsule was this. A 12-page handwritten letter from our mother, Barbara. We call her Mom Air. And she begins with, to my beloved family. And then she goes about reviewing her life. She was 67 years old when she wrote this letter. And the most amazing thing was, she was with us here at Thanksgiving at age 87. So to see what she wrote about her life, the arc of her life, how she felt about being a mother and raising us, how much she loved her grandchildren and has been involved in their lives. She also talked about how she went back to college at age 42, part-time. You know, her brothers got to go to college, but she didn't. And so at 42, she started college and she graduated at age 48, and then went on to have a very interesting professional career. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because if you feel like what you have to say doesn't matter, that if you wrote something to someone they wouldn't care about it, do it anyway. They do care. This is an amazing document that all of my siblings and our children and the in-laws who've come into our family will be able to have for the rest of our lives. Not just for the next 20 years, but 20 after 20 after 20. And so if you have the inclination to write a letter, a thank you note, some kind of letter of appreciation to someone in your life, do it. A boss, a coworker, a friend, a neighbor, a child, a parent, an in-law, someone in need. Don't wait to let people know how you feel about them. Don't wait to let people know how they've influenced your life or how much you appreciate the advice that they gave you or how they helped you to get that promotion that you've always wanted. Personally or professionally, there's nothing like the written word. And I know we can send videos, and we do that now. I'm doing that with you at this moment. But there's something about getting something that you can hold in your hand, that you can read what someone has said about their life and about what you mean to them. Happy New Year.